Hey everybody. Let's see who all hops on. Oh, let me see, where's my iPad here? Oh, I just about knocked over my tea glass. That wouldn't have been good. Let's see who all hops on. I'm going to get my iPad up here so I can at least see some comments. Hey, Carol Ann, I'm really live tonight. I don't have my brace on either, but we'll live.
Did you find a good one?
I forgot to bring it back over here. Let me find myself here. There I am. Maybe I can see some comments here. There we go. Hey, Mary and Kay. Hey, Paula. Hey, Joyce. I showed you guys this, oh gosh, last week when I went to, what was that, Savers? I showed you this little Christmas thing, and I am going to glue it and put it up here. But I think I'm going to probably put a brace from here to here to keep these kind of steady and glue them to the brace. That way I don't mess up the top of these. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're not going to put these on tonight, but we will soon. And then I've got this. I just got some ribbon on my side here. Let me get a, do I have a wipe somewhere, Jeff? Yeah, I got them. I found them. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Pam and Melva. I'm probably not going to be doing any painting projects here for the next week or so, but we'll do some quicker ones here. But I'm not going to paint this because this is already looking old. It has kind of a, almost like a texture on it. It's not like it's a slick paint, but I've already put 2 pieces of this Oasis in it, and I didn't want it to, you to be able to see it through that little, hey Terry. So I kind of took this and I just kind of cut like an angle off just like that, just so I wouldn't see the very beginning of it. Gail, my thumb is still pretty sore. I'm just trying to be careful with it. As long as I don't do a lot of gripping. Lot of gripping. Hey, we sure will tomorrow, Carol. I'll make sure Jeff does too. I'm gonna put a little bit of hot glue down there. And I'm gonna set it in here. And there's just a little bit of space in between each of these. And when that dries down here on the bottom of it, I am going to kind of mash this down just a little bit. Hey, Hope. Mash it down just a little bit so I really don't see in there. Kind of back in here you will a little bit. Thank you, Gail. It is better, but it's just like the gripping part of it kind of stinks. And I didn't bring over any of my moss, but I can add that in later. It won't hurt anything. Hey, Kay. So, I went to Hobby Lobby. I did not see any really Christmassy flowers like poinsettias. I did have some old ones here on an old thing. I made this a couple years ago with this little wooden thing. I took out all of my flowers out of here, and this is one of those little white Christmas trees, but I'm going to turn this one into a fall one now, and then I'm going to use this one as my Christmas one. Hey, Stephanie Jenkins, how are you doing? So, I did take some out of there. I did pick up this from Hobby Lobby. I found some white rose. Well, they're kind of a cream colored rose. And I found a red rose that has a little bit of white, like baby's breath with it. It's a little bit wider than that, but we're going to use some of these. I'm going to set it over here. And I don't know what greenery I'm going to use just yet. I have some of this, like Christmas this, but I don't know if I'm going to use this or not. I just haven't decided if I was going to use this or just use the greenery off of the flowers here, because I do kind of like the greenery on the flowers. So I do have a little bit of these little pieces of greenery that I'm going to go ahead and stick in here. Let me see if I have another one that came off of this old arrangement. This has got quite a few on it. We're just going to kind of stick these in here just so I have a little bit of greenery back here on both ends. I'm going to kind of put them in just a little bit. And guys, I am not a florist at all. My mom could make really pretty arrangements, and I'm just like iffy. Hey, Chelsea. Oops, I'm getting glue on my tablecloth. There we go. I'm going to cut this one down just a little bit right here. And I'm going to add it over here. That way I kind of have a same amount on both sides here. We'll kind of bend that just a little bit. Oh, come on, a bend. Kind of have those kind of bent out just a little bit. And then I'm going to start putting in some of these flowers here. Now, I'm probably going to cut these down just a little bit. I think I'm going to put my white ones in the front, and that's a little bit too tall. I'm going to take a little bit off at a time. Okay, I like that one. And whatever you do on one side, you do on the other. Stick that one in there. Well, let's go about right there. We're going to put in our white ones first. Then we'll kind of come back with some red. I'm going to start out with maybe 3. Maybe 3 right there. Then I'm going to start filling in with some of this red. I've got several different things that's red. I had more red than I had white. Let's get this one right here. I don't want this to be huge. Thank you, Barbara. You guys keep Esmeralda in your prayers. She lost her husband tonight, and I've talked to her a lot because, you know, he had a kidney transplant like Jeff, so we've talked quite a bit, and I sure hated to hear what had happened today, or actually this evening. It hadn't been that long ago. I'll take a little bit off of that in there. I'm just kind of looking here to see if I like it. Did you, Carol? I haven't. It's just do what you like is what I say. Now, I don't know if I'm going to like it. I may decide I don't like it at all. I'm going to make this one a little bit taller.
Paula wants to know what you did to your hand.
I have something called Dequervian's tendinosis. And it's, if you know what a trigger finger is, it's a lot like a trigger finger, but it's in your thumb. And it's painful. Because what I'll end up having to do here, I have an appointment on the 22nd. And if you have a trigger finger, if you're from the 60s and you had a Barbie doll, and you know when you bend the knee, how it kind of flips back really with like a little click. Well, I had it in these fingers here from all of the years that I've typed at school, did reports and different tedious work with my hands. And so I had 2 fingers over here fixed and 2 over here. And when I had it in this hand, I thought I just had tendinitis in my wrist, because that muscle that runs across here, that tendon that runs across, was just like all knotted up, like you have, you know, like you knot up your muscles. And then it got to be where my hand, it almost feels like you've held up something for hours and your hands get stiff and they just hurt just from holding it. And so when I had this one done, they gave me a shot of cortisone, like right here in your wrist. And let me tell you, it hurt. It's the worst shot I've ever had. So this one right here, the knot is going down that I had, right, this tendon was going down. It's kind of eased up a little bit. I can still feel it. It's tight still, but it's like trigger finger in your thumb. Your thumb doesn't pop like the rest of your fingers. It does it. Let me get rid of this message. It keeps popping up on here. So what they're going to end up doing, I had to keep that brace on just to keep my finger straight, which relieves tension and pressure. And probably on the 20th, when I have my doctor's appointment, I'll go down to the orthopedic and get another shot in my wrist. It can come back. They can do surgery. But they've always told me, even though you have surgery, it can still come back. I haven't had it back in this one. Hopefully I never do, because that was pretty painful. Pretty painful. Okay, I really need some filler stuff. Let me see if I can find some filler, because I am just kind of going through all of the stuff I've got here. This one's got quite a few little leaves. I really wished I would have grabbed my, let's get some longer white ones in here. Wished I would have grabbed my moss so I could fix this. Let's stick that one over there. Let me find another long one with a tip on the top of it. There's one. It's got some greenery up here, kind of give it a little bit of height on it. I'm kind of looking at this from the front of me there. Sometimes I really need to see it. Okay, both of these have a little stem here, and that's not in very good. There we go. Hey, Joni. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. I do have some red poinsettias that I'm going to stick in here. I only have a few, and they are pretty short, so I'm going to just kind of stick them down here. This one doesn't have a stem, so let's steal a stem off of something else to stick on here. Let me find something that's got a stem that I really don't care about. Of course, I can't find anything. Let me see if I can find something that is a stem. Oh my goodness. Let's just take the top of one of these things off. My goodness, I can't pull anything out there. I'm gonna pop that off. And we're gonna stick our little poinsettia right onto this. And we're gonna stick it in over here. I'm having to kind of look in front of me. Let it just kind of hang out a little bit. And I need one more. And I bet I don't have one more. Oh yeah, we do, we got one more. And it has a little, let me see. Let me look at this real quick. I'm gonna be wishing I had grabbed my, that needs a longer stem. So I know I'm not gonna use this right here. I'm not gonna use this silver for anything. So let's just, take this, remove that, put a longer stem on it. If you had some wire, you could use some wire. I wish these were a little bit longer. Let's just see if we can find some more, something for a stem. Okay, I'm not going to use this little thing. This little glittery thing that I've had probably 20 years. Okay, let's make that a little bit taller. I'm gonna have to put in something down here. Okay, we got one more, but we got three here. Three's probably enough. Let me stick this down just a little bit more back there so it's not quite so high. Okay, there we got that right there. Three little poinsettias. This one needs to go over here just a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. Got that in there. And let's see, I've got more of that up there, more flowers, more white, more red. But I do have some of these little red berries. We're going to stick in here amongst all this white. I'm having to listen for my... Here, hit that little oasis. Hey, Cheryl. Okay, come on. There we go. You can see that right there. And then I have this little bunch right here that we're going to kind of fill it in. The leaves are a little bit different, but I think it's going to be okay. And I got this 40% off, so it was probably, it was $9.99, so whatever 40% off of that is. Let me just take that little thing there, because I was looking for some kind of a white tall filler, and I think these will be okay. Let me get my little scissors here, because I need the longer stem, so I'm going to cut through this little green tape here. I may do a sewing project one next time I'm live too. Yeah, he's been on the phone a lot today. I'm just going to kind of take these down. Sometimes you just need to cut these off because they're all, it's just a paper floral tape, and you can sew it really good. And be careful not to ram those scissors into my hand. I slip, but I just make a little opening. Let's see, this may be too short. Let's do a taller one here. I'm just kind of looking here. Kind of make that go around. And kind of move these around just a little bit. It's got some height to it. Let's find another one that's a little taller. Let's come over here on this corner. And we'll kind of move this around just a little bit. Hey, Yvonne. How are you doing? I saw you were getting some kind of a shot today. Stick this one in here a little bit. And I only have one more piece here, so I don't think I'm gonna stick it. Well, maybe I'll stick it in back. No, it's too short. Way too short. Let's stick it up front here somewhere. Hey, Ruby. Oh, that's okay, Gail. I'm just glad it's not repeating. Just kind of stick that in there. Let me turn this around, because sometimes you just got to look at it. Oh, I think those look good in there. I think I need another red one. Let me get another thing of berries here. Let's see if I can just stick these berries down here. I need another red one right there. I'm kind of missing one over here on this side. Let me cut it just a little bit. I think once I get this up on the little pedestals there, I think I'll like it a little bit better. Let me raise that one up just a little bit. what is that? That is that right there. Let me kind of maneuver these berries in the front here just a little bit, because I've got something I'm going to put in here. Okay. I'm going to stick these berries where I can see them down through this joy part. And I don't have to see this other stuff. Okay, now let's come up here. Okay, I kind of have a little hole right here. There's a little hole because I'm going to put a candle in here. I do have a couple pine cones. Those are all too big. I thought I had some smaller pine cones, but I guess I don't. I had just one here, so we won't do that. That came out of that other arrangement. Okay, where is my candle? I just had it. Because believe me, this week my crafts are going to be really short and sweet. There it is. These I ordered off of Amazon, and it takes 2 batteries, and you just tighten it. I have this right here I can stick in there. I can put that in there, or you can buy these off of Amazon, and I think there was 22 a pack, and it's just little fairy lights. I may string some of these in here. Oh, you're so funny. And I don't know exactly how long it is. It is pretty long. Really a thin wire, but it's easy to get tangled up. But let me just show you these. I can take these and turn them on. I could weave them through here if I wanted more of a white light. I could put those through there. But I want just more of a flickering light, like what I've got right there. Now tomorrow I'll come back and I'll put some moss down in here. I thought about putting those lights in there, and let me try this. Let me see if I can untangle this mess. That's what happens when you try to take it out. Let me see if I can untangle this. Because I really wanted to have some lights down there by that joy. Oh, I think I'm getting it. I have been trying to crochet a little bit to keep my hand moving just a little bit. I'm making some, instead of sewing my kids a blanket this year, I'm crocheting 5 blankets. So I've started early. I'm making like 10 by 10 double crochet squares. There we go. And I'll have 210 of them to do, and I've got maybe 7 done. And they don't take me that long to do. If my hand wasn't hurting, I could do a bunch of them pretty quick. But I'll have Jeff give me those sacks, and I'll show you what I've done so far. Layla has decided she doesn't want pink. Oh, I bet that is cute. Ruby, it gets tired. It's like my fingers, and it's starting to mess with my second finger here, or my first finger, next to my thumb. Okay, come on. I got just a little knot right there, and I think I'm gonna leave that little knot. Just leave the knot. I'm gonna see if I can tuck these in here. I may see if I can find some yellow, the warm colored lights. Yeah, it does. I have to rest a lot in between each one. I'm gonna kind of tuck these in, and hopefully, hopefully I can get them hid with some moss. Okay, I'm gonna take this. I'll kind of weave it toward the back there and kind of hide that little wire. Let's see what it's going to look like if we put these in here. Okay, come around there. I probably should have did this as I was putting it together, but. And the nice thing is these have little tiny thin wires, so you don't even really see them.
Where's it at?
It's the Walmart sacks over there. I put them on the couch because I was going to try to do a couple more. Okay, let me untangle this. Let me just keep. It's like untangling thread. If you ever had a knot in your yarn, that's what this reminds me of. There, got it. Got it. I'm gonna kind of sneak these in here. Let me take out this one right here and show you if I did with a white light.
Be careful, scissors are poking out one of those back.
Okay. If I did a white light, let me see, let me get my little poinsettia there. Let me try to straighten up my flowers just a little bit. Okay. If I kind of weave those in down here and I use this white light, then it would look like that. I could make this kind of go a little bit more even around the end, but then you kind of see it through here. You can see that joy lit up. Might do that. Oops. There's my scissors. There's my scissors. But I'm going to put this probably up on my table. That's not big enough. I was trying to see if I had a longer piece here, but I don't see a longer piece of anything. There we go. Put this on my coffee table and use it. I may put this one on a longer stem. There, I just barely got it poked in there, a longer stem. I may go back and get another piece of that. I kind of like that and do that. So you can do it two ways. You can use it with some white lights, or you can use your little flickering candle. If this was a white candle, it would really look good together. You could have that in there. Just a little flickering candle, either way. Either way. Let me show you what I'm doing. Now, if I get these, I'm going to take these and put them on probably like a, let me just put that little thing in there. Probably like just have a little board go across so that I can glue these together and it'd be level. Because I really don't want to nail or screw into my pedestals here, because I may want to use these for something else. That way I can take it off. Just like that. Let it just set up. Or I could just leave it on the table like that. Either way. Either way. Oh, thank you, Joyce. Let me show you these little blankets I'm making. Layla has decided she likes red, white, and blue now. Of all things. So, it's taken me all week to do this many. But I'm doing this cranberry. She wants red, white, and blue. Uh-oh. Something's come undone. Cranberry. So I'm doing cranberry for her. It doesn't look cranberry in there, but it's a really pretty dark red. That almost looks like a rusty red, but it's a really dark red. And instead of doing white, I'm doing cream with hers. And then I found this blue. I didn't really want to do like a navy blue and it'd be really patriotic. So with Layla's, I'm doing these three colors. Those three colors with her. I think those are going to be cute. And I just did double crochet and 21 stitches long. And I think it's 9 rows to make 10 inches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 rows to make a 10-inch block. So that's hers. I still got to buy the boys's. I don't know what color I'm going to do the boys. Emma has gone from blue to purple. And so her colors are going to be this orchid. It's really pretty orchid. And I have a darker, I think this is amethyst. Let me look here. What color? Amethyst. This one's going to go with this one. A light and a dark. And then I'm also going to do silver in with hers. This is a really pretty silver color in with hers. And that's going to be hers. I think I've started early enough. If I get the girls done and I decide I don't want to crochet the boys, then I'll probably sew the boys something or do something a little simpler for the boys, depending on how my hand feels. How my hand feels. Oh, my comments have stopped, guys. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Paula. But anyway, guys, I will be doing our $10 kit tomorrow. It is going to be a fall kit. Next week, I'm going to do a spring kit. But I have a really cute little fall kit. You saw that last night? What did you see last night, Beth? What did you see last night? Let me look and see if I can see. Oh yeah, I showed Beth last night the blankets. But anyway, guys, have a great evening, and I will see you guys all later. Goodbye, everybody.